You can put down the ingredients and just try it at home as well. And I know we have a few more people that are on the way and should be here. Tammy's sister Regina, which I haven't seen her in like a long time, or Tammy, so I'm really excited about that. And they've driven all the way in from Lytton, so that's fantastic. Yeah, and is there anybody else here from Lytton? No? Oh, yeah, Robert and Shannon. Okay, good for you. Okay, let's have prayer and we'll begin, okay? Creator God, we're so grateful for the beautiful produce of your earth. And Lord, as we enjoy tonight, thank you so much for providing our every need and every nutrition that we need in your name. Amen. Okay, before we get started, just a few little hints. You've got a recipe book here called Meal Jar Cooking Class Recipes. And before I get into that, there is some fruit water back here if you want it, or there's water on the tables for those who want. Anyways, any of these recipes are actually really good. Now, the one black bean recipe that we're going to eat for supper tonight was in our other book, and I realize now that we have people here who might want to have that, so we'll try to get that printed off for you before you leave, okay? And just to let you know that sometimes little things can be helpful in learning how to cook, little tips. And like for people who have high cholesterol or high triglycerides, things like that, a lot of people are not understanding of the little things that can contribute to that excess fat that's floating around in your body. And it's those kind of things that can even push your cholesterol levels up, right? And so, if ever you need to saute, and it says pour in the oil, if you don't need it, do it with water. And this I learned actually a long time ago, and it actually is just as flavorful and just as nice as if you used a little oil. It's just that we're so used to having oil and trying to decide which is the best one and which should we use, and lots of times you don't need to at all. I know the bean soup, when I make it at home, I never saute my stuff. Everything just goes into the pot, it cooks, goes into the blender, and in 15 minutes everybody's sitting down to eat, and it's a real favorite at home. So Mary made the one that we're having tonight, so I hope everybody enjoys it. So as you go through here, you'll see you have little bags of granola there. This is a recipe for that granola. And I make it at home all the time, and it's one that is dearly loved. And so you can use, when it calls, I guess sweet germ, I wanted to point out, you can find that in the cereal section of Bilo. Yes?
And can I just say that because some people can't have wheat, I didn't put the wheat germ in the granola.
Yeah.
You have it separate if you want to add it to
Add it to, yes, okay. And that's good. And also, hemp seed is your omega-3s. You might want to put it on top of that. It's really, really tasty and really, really good. Okay? And so you're going to be able to go home with several jars and then have supper as well before you leave. And let's see here if there was anything else. We only made 2 of the dressings. So they're all really good dressings. We did the simple vinaigrette, as you'll notice, under salad dressings, and on the next page, the avocado dressing. And so I think it's going to be really fun. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask any one of us, and we'll help you where we can. And we'll just invite Mary to come up front if she's available and ready, and I may have to bring in the blender here that I exploded in there. Anyway, so, okay, I'll just leave this and turn this over to her.
Thank you.
Yeah, I said.
Okay. You'll- Good.
Okay.
And start right.
Okay. I don't know if this is okay. It's working. Okay, so hello, welcome. I'm going to be. We actually don't have a ton of recipes to demo you today. They're pretty simple ones. You'll be doing most of the work today. We're going to be doing meal prep, like meal jars. So there's going to be a salad jar that you'll get to assemble, and overnight oats. I don't know if you've ever made overnight oats, but you'll get a chance to try it. You'll make it today, and then you can take it home and try it tomorrow. And then like an instant noodle soup jar. So those are good like breakfast, lunch, and supper options. And I think a lot of times we're so busy, then it's easier to not eat very healthy because you don't have time, right? And we think it takes a lot of time to and it can take a lot of time to prepare healthy things. So this was just, we wanted to show an option of how we can take a little bit of time, like on a Sunday or whatever your prep day is, to think ahead for some other meals. And when you know you're going to be busy, to help make a good choice. And so I'm really excited. We've got a lot of really fresh, colorful ingredients out there for you guys to use. And with salads, so I'm going to start with this. We have a couple of salad dressings that we're going to have that you can choose from today. There's 4 recipes in your booklet. 2 of them are the ones that we're going to use today. And with so a salad is a really fun way to get a lot of nutrients in. You can get a lot of different colors in your salad, which means a lot of different vitamins and minerals and nutrients. But then we can put a really unhealthy salad dressing on it. And it kind of, makes something that could be really good for you, not so good for you. So these are some options of really, and you can buy some salad dressings that are better. So there are options, but these are some really simple options for you. So I'm going to make they're all really good. We're going to keep it really simple and do the simple vinaigrette today. So I already have kind of a batch of that here, but I'm going to make another batch and demonstrate that. So, and this, you don't need a blender. You just whisk it all together. So this is the olive oil, and I'm making this is a much smaller, like individual portion. These, that size, like the 1/8 of a cup. So you'll want to double or triple. I'm quadrupling it today for our group for the class today. So I'm doing 1/2 of a cup of the olive oil. And an extra virgin olive oil is really nice to use as a salad dressing. So that's about a 1/2 cup. And then I put it in a jar. And then like 1/2 to 3/4 cups of lemon juice. Maybe less if you don't like lemony. And you can use fresh as well. But again, whatever's going to make it easier for you to. And often at our house, if I don't have time to make a batch we just put out a bottle of olive oil, and everyone can just, pour a little bit on their salad, squeeze a lemon, shake some salt. And that's really the easiest and the best. So some the lemon juice. And then, oh, I'm gonna need one of my helpers to get, this is empty. I used up the rest. There's a maple syrup on that table out there, please. So then you'll have some maple syrup, and you'll want to do your seasonings as well. Oh, the salt is here. Some salt. And then you can play with that as well. So some onion powder, garlic powder. This just really the simple staples. Onion, garlic, and then salt. And the maple syrup again. That's going to be about half a cup, for maybe a little less for what we're doing. Just, yeah, honey would be good. You may just find you have to whisk it a little more than the maple syrup's a little more watery already. So you can whisk it, or you could put on your lid. I've got a clump of the powder. There we go. Or make sure it's really tight on there, and so then that's, when you see that out there, that's the simple vinaigrette. And now I'm going to demo the avocado dressing. We have several ladies who cook wonderfully, and they don't always measure. They just cook from their heart. So we had to beg them to please measure for us so we can share your recipe. And she did. So this is Bonnie's recipe, and she made it last week and measured everything for us so that we can recreate it. So 2 avocados. I've just went ahead and got them out of their shell here. We're going to put them in the blender. And then I pre-measured the water here. And then a little bit of olive oil. And this one's optional. There's already healthy fats in the avocado. But I think she might have found that maybe it made it a bit smoother. So that's optional. And then the lemon juice, 5 teaspoons. So that's 3 teaspoons, a tablespoon. 2 more. Okay. And do you want to dump those in there? This is all my pre-measured seasonings, the salt, the chicken style seasonings. And if you've never used that before, it's a nutritional yeast. If you're not familiar with nutritional yeast, it has kind of like I don't know, what kind of flavor would you say, Elaine? Like a cheesy, yeah. And it has a lot of B12 vitamins. And so they sell chicken style seasonings, and it's got a lot of other seasonings in there, and it's a really good base, like a soup base. Do you want to dump that in there, Jaden? Yes, I think they have it there. And so that has the onion powder, the garlic powder, the chicken style seasoning, salt. And you just don't want to do the dill. The dill will mix in, because then it'll just, we'll mix that in. Okay. Do you want to turn that on? Thanks. And I may need my good thinking. I don't know if it'll be lost, but it just, this is already green. A lot of the times, like with the, one second. I think it's more aesthetics. Like you want, like the, it just kind of gets, like especially if you're making like a ranch dressing, like with it'll just turn the white green, and it just, and you want that nice looking like dilly flecks in there. This is already green, so if you forget and put it in there, it probably is going to be fine. But I don't know that it would change the flavor. Yeah. So then we will put our dill in here. Fresh is best, Bonnie says, of course, but we've got dried, so we'll just do 1 teaspoon versus like a tablespoon. If you have a tablespoon of fresh, then that would be a little bit more. And then I will just mix that in. And then that will be, this is the other dressing that will be out there for the salad jars. And I'll kind of go over them. I'll do that next. I'll go over the process, and then Carolina has one more. So that's pretty easy. And Carolina has one. Could you go put that back? Thank you. One more recipe for you guys, and then you'll get to work. But I'll go over kind of how we have the table set up out there, and it's got all the ingredients that you'll need, and we've kind of tried to put some order to it. So the oats, it doesn't matter. For the overnight oats, that doesn't matter. You don't have to do it all in a certain way. It'll all get mixed in there, and you just want to mix it all together, and then that will sit overnight. And I have these variations at home. If you have any of these, or if you think of other ones, there's so many possibilities that you can add in the next day. But this is just a good like base for your oats. So it'll be a quick pull it out of your fridge for breakfast. But yeah, so you'll want your oats, chia seeds, the yogurt, milk, maple syrup, and then the vanilla. I don't think we have any today, but you can do that, and that's optional. So you'll just put those all in your jar, mix it up, and then you're good. You'll stick it in your fridge tonight and then tomorrow. And so then if you're making, if you want a few days, you can get an assembly line, right? Or if you have, when there's 6 of us at home, so I have 4 kiddos. So then I get 6 jars or however many, and you just make a bunch, put them all and then they're good for that week. Okay, so that one's easy. And then we have granola in baggies. Yeah, so there's a recipe for granola on how that one that we've given to you. So that's really good too. If you want to add that to your overnight oats tomorrow, adds just some texture and some crunch, because those are going to be soft. And then this will add some crunch, which is nice. And then, so the salad jars, there is kind of a order that we're gonna want to follow. This is good if you're traveling somewhere, if you want to take it to work with you. Everything you'll need is already in there. If you just eat at home anyways, then at home maybe you don't want to put your salad dressing in. You can put that in later, but this is really good if you're wanting something to bring to work. Your salad dressing's already in there, so that's going to be at the very bottom of the jar, so you want to put that in first. And then the next veggies that can hold up being in the dressing, maybe it'll be even better for them because it's kind of marinates them a little bit. Those will go next. Then your more perishable veggies, things you don't want to sit in the dressing, will go after that. And then we've got a few options for your proteins and grains. We have some chickpeas. We have some tofu, baked and not baked. And I forgot quinoa. I don't know what I was thinking, but quinoa is a really good thing to put in your salad. If you haven't tried it, you really should. And it's super easy to like make. It's like 1 cup of quinoa, 2 cups of water. You boil it and simmer for 15 minutes, and that's it. And 1 cup makes a lot. And that's really good for adding some extra protein to your salad as well. And then at the end, you'll put your greens and nuts and seeds. And I think we have kale, we have spinach, we have some spring mix, we have microgreens. So we have a few things, and then we have some nuts and seeds as well. Yeah, so that's the salad jar. We went over the salad dressings, and then the noodle cups. These are really fun. So you can get really creative with these. So kind of the same thing with the salad jars. At the very bottom, you're going to want to have your flavor base. So we have here miso paste, which is they use it in like Asian cooking a lot. And so that's going to give your soup a lot of flavor. So we have miso paste, or we have like a curry paste. I don't know that I'd mix it. So if you maybe try one or the other, the curry paste is maybe going to have a little bit more spice. So if you don't want it spicy, stick to the miso paste. That's going to just have like a salty umami type flavor. But you could also use, we don't have it today, you could also use like a bouillon cube, or better than bouillon. I think they have a veggie one, but there's other things there. So then after that, you're gonna do your flavoring extras. So these are some of the things listed that you can have that are options for you. Today we have soy sauce. We have some coconut milk, sesame seed oil. So those are also gonna add some flavor. And then we have the filler ingredients. So then you're going to go in that order. And then noodles. We have some, I think they're vermicelli type noodles, but there's so many different options at Bilo. I saw that they have udon noodles. They have, which are like a thicker wheat noodle. They have soba noodles. I think these are like, they're gluten free, but they're like not mung bean noodle, but they're like they are gluten free. Oh, they have those too. Yeah, that has a lot of extra nutrients and protein. So there's lots of options for noodles. Today we'll have the ones in there. And then those just come in like the ones that we have using today. They come in they're just dry in a package, and then we soaked them. So they'll be a little easier to stuff into your jar. And then when you cook them, or when you're ready to use them, you'll just pour the hot water, let it sit for a while. How long did I say in here? Oh no, it's in the back. The instructions are in the back. Like, did I forget something? Yeah, so then you cover it with hot water, let it sit for 2 to 3 minutes, and then you'll notice like if it needs more or less. Yeah?
So even though the noodles are a little bit hard, it's okay to have them for the dry?
Yeah, I think so. They should be fine for, these probably won't, I wouldn't leave them for like all week. I think 3 days would probably be the max for the noodle cups. Yeah. So, and then the fresh stuff, any herbs, green onions, bean sprouts. You can top it with some lemon or lime juice. Yeah. So, does anyone have any questions about the jars that you'll be making? Yes.
Do we have to cook the quinoa first? Or?
Yes. If you're using it, Yeah, I would, for the salad for sure, you would want to use it cooked. I don't know for these, if you used it in like the soup, yeah, I would cook it first. Yes. Yes, I'll double check on the package, but I'm pretty sure they're gluten free. Yeah.
Do you have any idea the difference about fiber in your noodle options?
Oh, yeah, there could be in the noodle options. That would be interesting to look into. I'm sure like the soba noodles, I imagine, would be much more fiber rich than some of the other ones. Um, I think it's buckwheat. I think soba. Anyone know for sure? I think soba is buckwheat. I'll look it up. I know. Yeah. So I think some noodle options would probably be better than others for sure in terms of fiber. Because noodles are processed. They go through a process to become a noodle, right? So some are going to be better than others. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And yeah, your house is going to smell amazing. Yes.
About the chia seeds, like, is it okay just to eat them raw? Like, can you still get the protein out of them?
Well, these will soak because we'll put them in raw and then, but I've never really, when I use chia, they get soaked, but I don't ever really cook them. So I imagine when they are soaked, they're absorbing and then they become the soft, the gelatinous-y, whatever. Um, but I've never, I mean, I have baked with them as an egg replacer, but I've never, yeah. I think some foods for sure you would want to cook them to get the best nutritional benefit, but I don't know that chia is one of them that you have to cook. But I don't eat it, but I also don't eat it dry like that, right? They need to be like soaked and hydrated, right?
So what is how long can you leave the overnight oats in the fridge for?
The overnight oats, I think I read 3 nights is like three to four. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Carolina now is going to come and do I have the Dylan here? Yes, is going to come and share her recipe. Could you take this? Thank you. All right. De nada.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. Today we're gonna make caramel sauce. So, the ingredient. Yeah. The ingredients are dates, vanilla, coconut milk, and tahini and water. So put your dates in the blender. Well, it depends how big a batch you want. I don't really have a recipe. And some water. Just a little. Sure. Tahini. It's good. I think. Should have opened it first. And then some vanilla. How much did you do? Then some. Grandma, help.
Oh. I see. It's okay. It's okay. Just let it go. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Then some coconut milk.
This is really tasty. Eating it with apples, putting it on ice cream, anything. It's really delicious. Yeah.
And then, are you supposed to blend it now? No. Put it salt. No. Okay, how much salt? You put it in my hands. Okay, a little bit of salt. Just a little, just a tiny bit. Good. And put the blender lid on first.
do it a little bit longer.
Okay.
Tastes really good. All right. It probably could have been blended a little bit more, but it tastes very good, okay? And this is really, just gonna pass these around. So you all can just- Here, Carolina, you want it? And we all can carry it around and you can take a little taste, okay? Pass these down. There we go. Alrighty, we are ready to start the oats. You'll see all these jars have been washed and prepared, and they're sitting just at the head of the table where you go through. The first section is just for doing the oats, and if you could take this size, the pint jars, there are the quart jars, you'll use them for salad. And so these you'll do for the soup and for the overnight oats. So you can either just go by table, or as you want to get up and go, that's good. Let's see. Yeah, let's just get started and yeah. Just take a look and see what they've got there too. I'm not aware of everything that's there. So, did everybody get their names in here for the draw? These plants are for a draw. Okay. Yes. So, just want to make sure that you all have your names in before we actually start the draw. You what? I do. You do. Okay. Regina, did you guys get it in? You came in a little later. You got them in? Okay, good. All right. And, the little cups too, pineapple cups, those are for a draw as well. Yeah, little jars. Yeah. So, you may notice, yeah. Okay. What? Okay. Both of my granddaughters are good at baking or cooking. Carolina does a lot of cooking. She's actually cooked whole meals as well. And Emmeline does a lot of baking. And Carolina uses this book here called Plant You. And it's really simple, and she loves it. She got it off of Amazon, and it has pictures of everything that goes into it, so that even if you have difficulty with instructions or whatever, right, it's a lot easier to use. And so she's used a lot of recipes from here, and she uses like every part of whatever she's got. And I can't remember what's the lady's name here. Carly Bodrug. Yeah. So she's really good. Yeah. The girls love going on their iPads and looking up recipes and doing things like that all the time. So we have a constant supply of good food. Yeah. Experiments sometimes that really turn out good.
Some on the side that looks like it's still dry. Got it. Take off your spoon and see it's very thin.
Right. Unless you're here, electricity burning.
We just take this call.
I thought you were smart. Right. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Probably what's going to happen.
You guys get your salad yet?
Well,
No, we haven't started there yet, we just did this one. Do we have to do the salad too?
Yeah, there's a salad too and a soup. And then you eat and you put the soup.
probably what would happen is, right, it is a number to call, 188 power on. Explain to them. I don't know what they would do, to be honest. You told them a really good story. Check it out. The line making noise outside or whatever. I'd leave it up to them.